What's up? Hey, Carol. Hey, Traveling Nana. Hey, Denise. Hey, Lovable Rogue. Hey, Amanda. Hey, Mandy. Hey, Red Dragon. Hey, Birdie. Hey, Galway. What's up, Ozzy? Hey, Denise. What's up, Mar? Hey, D. Hey, Birdie. Thank you. I was actually gonna go out, so I'm gonna prove that whether you go out or you go out looking good or you go out looking like shit, you're still not gonna meet anyone. You didn't expect me today. No, I said I was gonna do it today. Thank you, Carol. I was gonna go like out, and then it got late, and I was like, you know what? I really don't even feel like going out anymore. I mean, I still have to go to the store and stuff, but thanks, Mandy. See, all these idiots are like, oh, you're so old and blah blah blah, and I was like, okay, whatever you say. Damn, not a lot of people yet. Thank you. Hey, Stacy. Do you think you can look into? I can definitely look into it, Puss in Boots. Hands, I definitely will. Thank you. I may do this before 100 if it doesn't get fat. The numbers don't move. I agree with that Gallagher, and I said that too. I said, please, with your older lady shit. I said, believe me, I look better than most of you in your 30s. That was to the haters. Hey, Steph. Hey, Cindy. Hey, D. Hola. So I found this story yesterday when I was doing a Patreon meeting, I believe. Hey, old blue eyes. For any update on Nick, nothing. Hey, Nat. Hey, Aaron. Unfortunately, it's been nothing, but you know what I did learn? And I'm going to run his story again on the 22nd. The 22nd is actually Missing Children's Day. I just learned that tonight. Hey, Sugar. So because of that, I'm going to run some kind of story for her. Probably rerun the video, rerun the story, because like you can rerun your own videos. And see if there's any more information because it is Missing Children's Day. Gotta run and have a cig before you get into this. All right, go run and have a cig. She's holding up this best as she can. I mean, there's not much she can do. Hey, stop animal cruelty. Hey, Jeremy. Did you watch your mother's test? I did not. I honestly didn't. But I don't, even if I did, I'm not so hooked on it. Like, because she lied. And there's nobody to, like, defend her. I did not see The Ex-Wife. I did not. Why, was it good? I mean, it's all over the internet. I can watch it. Is it long or is it short? I don't know yet what happened. Was it good? I didn't really run to it because she lied on Mommy Ramblings. So I was like, whatever. Maybe now. Yeah, it's too long for me to run on here then. Like it when you're on at this time. I know a lot of you must be overseas. Can you do a short sum of case? The one I'm covering or the one they're talking about? She broke down. Court took a long break. It was heartbreaking. I don't want to watch something heartbreaking. D. LaPlan, you want a short run on this case or the one that everyone that they're talking about with the wife? Curious about the domestic violence charge she was already in trouble for with the case tonight. Anything new going on with Stephen Avery? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. They took too many breaks. She was heartbreaking. The one they're talking about. So the one they're talking about is a father who got custody of all 5 of his kids. I don't know what his story happened, if he was on drugs or if he's mental. They're trying to say that he's mentally incompetent. Timothy Davis Jr. He ended up killing all 5 of his kids, drove around with them in the body of the car for a week, and then buried them in Alabama. But the reason why I haven't really picked up on it, the lawyers are so boring and it's such a slow case. I think they said it would take like 6 months or something for the trial. And it's just so slow moving that I can't get into it. I tried. That's the one they're talking about. But they're saying that the wife had good testimony. But it's just hard because she's the only, I mean, he's left, but he's trying to claim mentally incompetent. So it's her word against his, and he did win custody. So who do you believe? You know, that's where it's kind of hard. Oh my God, the lawyers are so boring. There are a lot of evil people in this world, Jeremy. That is definitely correct. Definitely correct. Cry was horrible. He just looked at her. I mean, can you imagine, though? I couldn't even imagine. That's, you know, and it was also the way he did it. He, like, beat the shit out of one of them, and he strangled 4 of them. Like, what made him beat the shit out of that one? Hey, Amy, welcome. I'm glad you like my channel. Like, what made him beat the shit out of one of them and then strangle the rest of them? I just couldn't even imagine. She did record some calls, but yeah, but you know what, Crystal? I hate to say this. You guys should hear the voicemails between me and my ex when we were going through a custody fight. Even the police and the judge thought we were the most horrible people in the world with these messages and emails. So any messages that a wife has who lost custody, no less, I don't give much merit to. And I hate to say that, but I don't. He hit him because he had been telling him off? Oh, I gotcha. Really cover that case because I messaged you about it, infuriated me because obvious it wasn't a priority because she was transgender. But Puss in Boots, that's if that's a U.S. case, that's kind of standard in the U.S., unfortunately. And I hate to say that, but it really is. And I don't know why it's like that, but it is. Who knows what makes someone kill a human or humans? That is true. I could probably kill if I wouldn't get caught. They actually gave... No, see, that's the thing. That's why I don't like her. She lies. Numerous reports state the courts gave him custody. He made him do push-ups, jumping jacks till the 6-year-old died. Same here. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Jeremy. Anyone went through a heavy divorce, you know that, but she's playing it off like she gave custody, like he didn't really have custody. No, the courts gave him full custody. She had visitation. That was it. Timothy Ray Jones. Thank you. I don't know, Cindy. But she's lying. Like, she lied a couple of times. But, you know, it could be a money issue. It could be that it was just because of money. She didn't have a job or anywhere to live when they divorced. There you go. See, but I don't believe that either. Because let me tell you something. I do what I can to pay for my kids. And if I had to move back home with my mom or a friend or something, because, I was keeping my kids, then so be it. So I don't buy that whole she had nobody. No, Traveling Anna, she keeps saying that. Like that's what everyone was saying who listened to her on Mommy Ramblings, is that she was saying that she gave custody. She didn't give custody. But she's like lying, and it's your word against his, and what's he gonna do? Fight it? He's supposed to be mentally unstable. You know what I mean? Does not happen often when the mom doesn't get custody. That's true to a point. Hey, Black Eagle. She could have been Mommy Dearest, not even close. Oh, absolutely. But the courts make a lot of mistakes. They really do, because a lot of times it's based on money. And your wallet, 100%. A lot of it is based on your wallet. If I didn't have money to fight my ex, I probably wouldn't have my son. He's a monster. Did they say he was on drugs or anything? Because like I said, I followed the case up until the point that the lawyers did opening statements. I was like, oh my God, this is so lame. This is so boring. I need excitement. She was subject to abuse by the husband. Okay, see, that's where I have a problem, Blue Eyes. We can discuss that for a minute while we're waiting to get to 100. We can definitely discuss that. I have a big problem. I know it was coming. I have a big problem believing that. Here's why. If I'm, like, one of the reasons that I fought for my son so bad, my little one, is because his dad was abusive. Not physically abusive, but mentally, emotionally, and financially. That's the main reason I did not want my kid with him, because he was going to fuck him up too. I don't understand. I can't. All right, how do I say this? Like, I can't believe anybody that says, oh, he was so abusive, so I gave all my kids to him. If someone's abusive, they're abusive, period. You don't give your kids to somebody who's abusive. Oh, he was abusive to me, so let me just give all 5 kids to him so he can abuse them now. It doesn't make any sense. I know, and just like my ex never touches his son. My ex never mentally abuses my son. But he does it in his own way when he doesn't even realize it. But it's not blatant. You know what I'm saying? No, but I'm sorry, but if someone abuses me, they're not going to be around my kids. And she said, oh, he didn't abuse the kids. Look what happened. So, yeah, I'm just not buying it. Hey, Pamela. Hey, Vito. I know, my dogs. When you're married to an abuser, Dan. Exactly, Stacy. That's what I'm saying. You just don't. You don't leave your kids with an abuser. You just don't. 2 of my sons have custody. They both have a good relationship with their ex. That's how it should be. Damn Buka. Hey, Light Truth. I just can't. If you're forced to by the courts. Dayton! Dayton! Oh, Dayton! Oh my God. Hang on. Kids cannot hear shit. Oy. Alright. It's a Fortnite, I know, because he's got my headset on. He probably can't hear shit. Well, but why are my cameras off? I'm just going to use this time to smoke. Because I can. So yeah, so it's just, to me, you just, if you're abusive, period. And if there's no female to abuse, it's gonna trickle down to the child eventually. Articles of the FBI agent testified that Jones blamed everything on his 6-year-old son. He said Nathan wouldn't tell the truth. If Nathan told the truth, all the kids would be alive. Because he wants to blame everything. He wants to blame anyone. She was not allowed to wear makeup or jewelry or dress conservatively. Must be a stay-at-home. He was head of the house and the disciplinarian. So with someone like that, why would you leave your kids with them? Hey, Kim, can I ask if your kids see Dad? You don't have to answer. Yes, by court order, I have no choice because I've already been to jail for it twice. My son sees his dad twice a year. My twins see their father whenever they want, but they haven't seen him in like 3 years by his choice. That's it. And I try to protect my son by not letting him see his dad, and I went to jail twice. So I don't have a choice. Next time I do jail for 90 days. No thanks. Hey, Vixen. Thank you. So that's why, yeah, never again. I know I would never do it if I had any kids. When you live like that, it's hard to break free. It is hard, but you can do it. This does make me want to cry. I'm sorry. It's your story. Like, I cringe. Thank you, Goldie. Thank you. And yeah, so you just don't have a choice. I mean, I didn't have a choice. I'm not going to jail for 90 days. And the next time I could lose custody. No thanks. Hey, he can have them the 2 times a year he sees them. He's actually not bad. I mean, he treats him well the best he can, but, you know, I don't think he would ever hurt him. He knows I'd kill him. The ex-wife sued the provider of the synthetic drug. Yeah, he was on like Flacker or something, right? He was on some crazy-ass drug. It's San, I agree with you. Like a physical abuse. Let me tell you a fucked up story about physical abuse. So a very good friend of mine in Florida. She's originally from New York. Her husband was extremely physically abusive. To the point that he is not allowed to see their oldest daughter in a divorce. He's not allowed to see her. He's literally banned from seeing his oldest daughter. Yet, Florida courts, in the custody fight, in the divorce, cost her so much more money than mine did. And mine was a lot. He has not joint custody, but he has physical visitation with their other two kids, even though he is banned from seeing the oldest. The courts say that, and she had plenty of money. They both did. The court said that just because he hurt his first child doesn't mean he's going to hurt his second and third child. True story, swear to God. That's how fucked up courts are. It makes no sense. I'm coming on now, too. Yeah, it makes absolutely no sense. But I swear to God, if I didn't know her, I would never believe the story. But it is a true story. And she's a very good friend of mine. And the kids are now older and, see it for themselves. And they don't want to be with him. But yeah, banned from seeing the oldest one, but can see the younger ones for like weekend visitation, that kind of stuff. It's insane. Do you have to go to court to get... You don't have to go to court, but if you go through a custody fight, you do. It's insane. Absolutely insane. All right. So we're not hitting 100, so I'm going to get started. Anyway, I added all these new subs, and I lost a shitload of new subs, and now it's even worse than ever. This is why I don't go on early. All right, so check this out. This story is close to home, way too close to home, and it's a fucked up story because you don't really expect it from a female, and I'm dumbfounded by it. So, is anyone familiar with? So, I know patrons are familiar with it because it popped up yesterday. Um, I know I lost like a lot today, but I gained tons yesterday, and then I lost a lot today. I was pretty mad. It sounds what it sounds like is somebody recommended me, and I mean I have a lot of Dayton was supposed to game, and I tagged all these gamers, and I have a feeling that's where a lot of it came from. Like they just automatically subbed, and then maybe they found out that I wasn't a sub, like I wasn't a gaming page, and they unsubbed. That's what I'm thinking. Um, okay, so you're familiar with the story. So NYPD in Queens, which is where I was born and raised until we moved out to Long Island. Hey, Sherry. Yeah, Sherry, you know. So I got a hold of the actual court documents. And so Valerie Cincinelli, she's a New York City cop. She's been on the force 12 years. She paid $7,000 to and suggested the best ways to kill her ex-husband and her boyfriend's daughter. This is why I'm iffy on the whole story. Now, the FBI says they have plenty of evidence to put her away. And the FBI says, hey, Cheryl, the FBI says that, you know, like the boyfriend framed her and stuff. But why would she want to kill the boyfriend's daughter? That to me, I don't know if he threw that on there. I mean, like her current boyfriend that she's, and I believe the daughter is older. So I don't even think he's paying child support on her. Like, that to me is where the story got really, really, really weird. So, and it just happened. So Isaiah Calvaro Jr. woke up on Friday, hopeful that his life is about to turn a corner. Instead, he was found out that his wife, his ex-wife, who's a New York City cop, planned on killing him all winter. She's 32 years old, 5 months after she filed for a divorce. It was a messy custody battle. She's a mother of two. And it seemed like it was almost done. Law enforcement officers informed Carvello that Officer Cincinelli, the mother of two and a 12-year-old veteran of the police department, had arranged to hire someone to kill him and her boyfriend's school-age daughter. Instead of going through the scheme, her boyfriend contacted the FBI. Your girlfriend is hiring somebody to kill your daughter? I don't know. It just doesn't seem right to me. So I have the court documents. Whoops. All right. So it's in Central Islip, Long Island. So I believe they said she was from Oceanside, which is Nassau County. Let me come over here. Hold on. Nope. Okay. So Eastern District of New York, Special Agent Brian G. of the FBI, he was appointed on or around February 29th and the present, within the Eastern District of New York, Valerie Cincinelli, whatever, together with others, did knowingly and intentionally attempt to travel or cause another to travel in interstate commerce, which makes it a federal crime, from New York to New Jersey and cause another to use one or more facilities to interstate commerce, one or more cell phones with intent to one or more murders to be committed in violation of New York State Penal Law, Section 12525. Murders of, they wrote John Doe and Jane Doe, but that is the ex-husband and his daughter. And hold on. So the special agent said that he's been involved in numerous criminal investigations, prosecutions of cases involving violent crimes through his training, blah, blah, blah. They go through his whole training. An investigation by the FBI has revealed that between approximately February and the present, she attempted. I already went through that. That's why I hate court documents. Hold on. All right. So a confidential source advised the FBI that the defendant requested that the current boyfriend hire a hitman. Hold on. My work stuff's closing. Hire a hitman. On February 18th, she made a cash withdrawal of $7,000 from a bank in Wantagh, New York, which is also Long Island. And bank records confirmed the cash withdrawal. She gave $7,000 in cash to the boyfriend to give to the hitman. The informant informed Cincinelli that the hitman would convert the $7,000 cash to gold coins and pay the hitman in gold coins. Records obtained from a gold coin dealership in Massapequa Park, New York, confirmed that later that day, CS purchased 5 ounces of gold coins for $6,935. Between February and the present, defendant Valerie C. and the informant, the boyfriend, discussed a murder-for-hire plot both in person as well as communications over cell phones, some of which conversations were consensually recorded at the direction of law enforcement. Now, before I even move on, here's the thing. I have a hard time with this. Because what if the boyfriend convinced her to invest in gold? What now, mind you, she's being held without bail. They won't let her out. I don't know if I buy the whole story. I want to believe it. I do. And I could see easily trying to hire a hitman to kill your ex. But throwing the boyfriend's daughter in there is where I have a problem. It just doesn't seem right to me. It just doesn't. There is something about it that's off. Like, why? You're a cop. Granted, NYPD doesn't make great money, but 12 years on the force, you're not doing all that bad. Child support, I can't see the woman, unless the guy was a bum and didn't work, I can't see a woman wanting to kill somebody's child. I just can't. I don't know. It just doesn't seem right. On around May 8th of 2019, around 8 o'clock p.m., during an in-person conversation between defendant Valerie and the boyfriend, which was consensually recorded, the boyfriend informed her that an alleged hitman was going to carry out the murders of John Doe and Jane Doe the upcoming weekend. When the boyfriend expressed concern over the murders, Cincinelli told him to have the hitman kill Jane Doe over the weekend and then wait a month to kill John Doe. So she wanted the daughter killed first. Now, this isn't the ex-boyfriend's daughter. This is the current boyfriend's daughter. Kill her first and then kill the husband a week later. Wow. Cincinelli told them not to worry because John Doe would be murdered in one location and Jane Doe would be murdered in a separate location. Now, this is all recorded. Cincinelli and the CS discussed where Jane Doe was located, and Cincinelli stated that Jane Doe was often in Jersey. Cincinelli stated that Jane Doe was in New Jersey during the week and in New York on the weekends. During the conversation, using a cell phone, checked Jane Doe's social media to find out where she was located. Cincinelli further stated that if questioned about the murders, she would have nothing to worry about because she would be at home at the time of the murders. Cincinelli also questioned the CS why the CS could not carry out the murders him or herself. On or about May 13th of 2019, at around 2:50 during an in-person conversation between the defendant and the CS, which was consensually recorded at the direction of law enforcement, Cincinelli said that CS continued to discuss plans to have Jane and John murdered. The CS informed Cincinelli that the alleged hitman was at John Doe's place of work and asked Cincinelli what kind of car he drove. In response, she provided the make and model and everything. Cincinelli and the CS discussed that the hitman would kill John Doe near John Doe's place of work in Holtsville, New York. The high school I went to, Holtsville, was one of our towns. Cincinelli stated that it would not look suspicious because the murder would take place in the hood or the ghetto. There's no hood or ghetto in Holtsville. The CS also informed Cincinelli that the alleged hitman had located Jane Doe in New Jersey. So this was like totally fucking plotted out. On or about May 13th, and this is the first time I'm reading this. On or about May 13th at around 3:55 during an in-person conversation between the defendant Cincinelli and the CS, which was consensually recorded at the direction of law enforcement, Cincinelli and the CS continued to discuss plans to have Jane Doe and John Doe murdered. The CS is the boyfriend. Told Cincinelli that the CS hitman wanted an additional $3,000. Cincinelli asked how the alleged hitman was going to carry out the murders, discussed the prospective alibis would be questioned by the police. Cincinelli again stated that she would be at home at the time of the murders, and if CS was with her, she would say that he was at the house. And it goes on and on. With respect to John Doe, Cincinelli stated John Doe sells fireworks and that it could look like he was killed over the money for John Doe had on his person as a result of selling fireworks. With respect to Jane Doe, when the CS stated that the hitman did not want to carry out the murder near a school, Cincinelli responded, "Run her the fuck over." How about that? Wow. It's just crazy. A review of CS cellular telephone and text messages between confirms that CS and Cincinelli communicated using cellular telephones. At approximately 10:10, direction of FBI agents, defendant Valerie Cincinelli was notified Suffolk County Police Department detective that Suffolk County Police was investigating the death of Jane Doe. So they set her up. They said that he was dead. Cincinelli discussed what her alibi would be and was questioned by police. On May 17th at approximately 10:48, FBI agents sent a text to the message to the CS purportedly from the hitman, which included a photograph of the alleged murder scene. The CS showed Cincinelli the text message and photograph from the purported hitman. In response, the defendant, Valerie Cincinelli, instructed the CS that they needed to delete text messages and photographs from their cell phones. Wherefore, your deponent respectfully requests defendant be dealt with according to the law. That was signed for Brian G. of the FBI. How crazy is that? It was plotted. Like, people have to know that nobody's going to kill somebody for $7,000. They're just not. Never in my mind a cop had hired a female cop, no less. Not even just a cop. It's a female cop who would hire a hitman through her boyfriend to kill her boyfriend's daughter. That's fucking insane. But here's the other thing. I got. And like, this is all, I understand it's recorded and stuff, and I understand that it sounds like a plan. But let's think about this. She's a cop. She deals with criminals daily. Why would she need her ex-boyfriend to do it? Why would she need a current boyfriend to hire a hitman? She's on the streets in New York. She could hire any drug dealer to do it. She could hire anybody to do it. I don't know why. Even if she hired some doper to do it and then killed him afterwards so he couldn't talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just seems weird. Had she even ever think that was going to fly? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't know. Like, there's so many other options that she could have taken to hire a hitman. And they're going, like, can you imagine living with that guilt? I killed my boyfriend's daughter. A school-age daughter, no less. Like, why would you do that? I just don't get it. That's like beyond evil. You know, I can totally see killing your ex-boyfriend or your ex-husband. I get that. But not killing your current boyfriend's daughter. Like, that's just creepy to me. Hey, Nanny of Two. I know a female, that's unusual. And she's being held without bail. They will not give her bail. They said she's a flight risk. She's this, she's that, and they won't give her bail. And she doesn't deserve bail. She's a cop knowing druggies get caught. But what if she did the whole thing and then killed the druggie afterwards. She could say that they didn't, you know what I mean? Or you're about to arrest someone for murder. Before we arrest you, I want you to do a hit for me. I don't know. It just seems weird. But I'm still stuck on the fact that she tried to kill his daughter. I can deal with the rest of it. But trying to kill his daughter is just weird to me. But it's more often nowadays. That's true. Hey, SMS. It didn't say. It just says school age. And the boyfriend acted like he was okay with it. Yeah, like that would be a red flag too. I don't know. They do some pretty stringent testing for being a cop in New York City. Mental evaluations. That's what I'm thinking. 12, 13. Do we know anything about the DV charge she was already in trouble for? I saw that somewhere. Hold on. Okay. She had been on modified duty since a 2017 domestic involvement involving her husband. Online records show that she had been on modified duty and was stripped of her gun stemming from a 2017 domestic violence incident. But let me also say this. Domestic violence when you're in a custody fight can mean anything. I was almost charged with domestic violence. Actually, I was charged with domestic violence. It ended up pleading down to making noise in public, but it's on my record permanently and it will never go away. She was assigned to the Viper unit, which is a team that studies video surveillance cameras in public housing facilities. It's like the bottom of the barrel cop. Someone's got to do it, but anyone that's in trouble is who does those kind of surveillance. She was accused of spending personal time in Howard Beach while she was supposed to be on duty. Now, is it possible that she was looking for someone then, and that's why she was in Howard Beach? Possible. Maybe she was just a shitty cop. She joined NYPD in 2007. Shortly after she was assigned to the 106, she became involved with a local man she met on the job. That man had told Internal Affairs in 2017 that she spent time with him at his home in Howard Beach section of Queens while she was on duty. According to the Post, she won Cop of the Month from the Jamaica Rotary. So, is it true? Who knows? Cincinelli once said she loves kids, they're my soft spot. Yeah, that's why she was going to kill one. She was a 2006 graduate from Longwood University. Same article said that she was part of a domestic violence unit. Officer was quoted in the article saying, "We want kids to like us. That's the next generation. They'll be adults in 10 years. I love kids. They're my soft spot. I feel like I'm making a difference by helping children and their families. Unfortunately, when I say hello to kids out walking with their parents, the parents sometimes says, don't talk to them. Some parents teach their kids to hate the police," which is true. In 2009, she gave birth to a daughter. One of her collars became a viral story in 2017 after she caught a man literally red-handed. She did have a viral story going around about her when she collared a man who had literally been caught red-handed. He was in Howard Beach Bank and demanded cash. He left with a bag filled of $1,300 and a red dye bomb. When the bomb exploded, the man dropped the money and ran for it. Cincinelli happened to be in Howard Beach at the time. Cincinelli told the Daily News that despite the man changing his clothes, she identified him while he was trying to mix with the group of seniors outside of a nearby nursing home. Picked up his shirt and there was dye on his boxers and top of his jeans, and it was on his hands. So that's really all it says. But honestly, domestic violence can be anything. Oh, she's definitely a dirty cop. No doubt about it. Um, 14 years old. The current boyfriend's daughter was 14. Now, her father is saying absolutely not. Would not do that. She would never do that. She's being set up. She's totally being set up by her family. I mean, by her boyfriend, and it was really her boyfriend that wanted to do it. And yeah, no. But he's like really standing behind her. And um, 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 um. So a review of the boyfriend's cell phone and text messages between him and her confirmed that they communicated using cell phones multiple times between February and present in furtherance of this murder for hire plot, some of which calls and texts were made to and from Oceanside. Now, again, the problem that I have with this is she's a cop. So she's either so narcissistic that she thinks she's absolutely fucking invincible, or this is a setup. What do you guys think? Hey, Italian girl. Been a bit since I actually made. Well, welcome, EPK. Hey, Trace. You agree, Amanda? No, but seriously, though, what do you guys think? She thinks she's above the law. Absolutely. Of course I have good mods, Carol. I know, but why would a cop be this stupid? Like, think about it. Why would a fucking cop be this dumb? It's just, wow. Like, wow. And do you guys think at all that it's possible that the boyfriend is setting her up in some which way, shape, or form? I don't know. I can't see a mother wanting to kill a 14-year-old kid. Like, I think that's where my biggest issue is. Why the fuck would she want to kill a 14-year-old kid? What did the kid do? Even if it's child support, child support's 4 years away from ending. So why? Like, what's the point? That's what I'm saying. SMS, I totally agree with you. What is the motivation? There's like no motivation in it. And the custody fight seemed to have been coming to an end. But even with a moody teen, he didn't even have custody. Like, I could totally see killing the ex-wife. Like, hey, let's kill my ex-wife and your ex-wife. I mean, my ex-husband and your ex-wife. I get that. I could see that more. But I can't see just totally killing this. Like, it's just weird to me. It just makes no sense. I just don't get it. So she even invited the hitman over to the house. She invited to have the hitman kill Jane Doe over the weekend. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I read that wrong. But why would he want to get rid of the ex and his own daughter? No, it was to kill her husband, her ex-husband, and her current boyfriend's daughter. It just doesn't make any sense. People in the neighborhood refers to boyfriend as a poor Tony Soprano. So he was poor. You can't rationalize it, right? That's true. I'm glad she's being held without bail, though. Hey, BL. It's going to be a good snapped episode, AD. I agree with that. With the kid being gone, have left him all to her. Yeah, but she has 2 kids. And she has custody of 2 kids. The daughter didn't even seem like he spent much time with him. It doesn't add up, Bellamy. I totally agree. But I'm a gaming channel. You don't have to link me since the genre is completely different. See, there you go. That same thing. EPK. That's what I'm saying. I said I added a whole bunch of subs yesterday, and it must be from the gaming community. And when they realized I wasn't really gaming, they left. That's what I'm saying. I could totally see if it was the boyfriend, I mean the ex-boyfriend and the ex-husband and the ex-wife. That I get. Us that have morals will never understand a mother killing or thinking of killing a child. I absolutely agree with that. See, I would say maybe jealous of the daughter, but she didn't have any kid. I mean, but she has 2 kids that she had custody over. So that's why it didn't make sense to me. I'm like, it just doesn't add up. Like, it really doesn't. It just doesn't add up. How does Dad feel about the fact she was... I don't know. They didn't say it. Probably because she was young. Doesn't say how much child support he was paying. That I haven't been able to find. Because all he's ever referred to is the boyfriend. Laura, if the teen was having an affair with the boyfriend's mom flipped out. Huh? Oh, no. Carol, the boyfriend of the cop, his daughter is the one she wanted to kill along with her ex-husband. It is weird. I agree with you. It's weird. She was 14. Thinking SGR. What's SGR? Did his kids maybe do something to her kids? Not that I've seen. Nothing in the reports or the court records. It is sickening. It's just weird. And again, it's such a brand new case that there's not much more to it other than she didn't get bail. She's not getting bail. They won't let her out. And she tried hard. Judge denied it. And let me tell you guys, from personal experience, I've never been to court there. But Central Islip, that's like the hub of Suffolk County. You don't want to go to court there. Lots of people go away right from there. I once did a traffic ticket in Central Islip. Just getting there was scary. Do you think maybe the 14-year-old overheard their plan to kill the ex? Maybe? Is there pieces missing in this case? That's all we know so far because it's so brand new. She wanted her boyfriend all herself, but he didn't have custody and she has 2 kids. So that's what I'm saying. I can see it where... If he like had custody and she didn't have kids, I can totally see it. But she has kids. And now that the ex-husband is going to be dead, then guess what? She would have the kids 24/7 without question. So that's why I'm saying something about it just, I don't know, it's just weird. She didn't want them paying the child support anymore. But it's not like the kid was 7. I mean, in a couple of years, it would have been gone. But what I need to find out is, did the dude work? Did the guy not have a life? You know, the boyfriend? And did she pay for everything? Was she a control freak? I didn't get all that yet. Dated a guy that a 6-year-old and my grandbaby was born. You would have thought they were both mine. Got along great with his ex. It freaked him out. Why is it hard to believe she's a cold-blooded psycho? I don't know, Black Eagle. I'm not saying she's not, but I can't understand the reason for wanting to kill his kid. Bye, Jeremy. I can't see it happening. Then again, people can surprise you. Maybe she was desensitized to crime and death. She could have been. Hey, Rachel. Maybe it's one of those take the kid, hurt the mom situations. Well, that's true. And I can see her being like a, freak. Is there a current custody battle? No, it was actually winding down. It was almost over. And I don't know what the ex-husband did, but cops get more leeway in court. They really do. I bet jealous people all the time. Add psycho, a lot. Add psycho with a gun. But even that, like, why not kill him yourself? Why not kill your ex-husband yourself? Say that he came attacked you, that he did something to you. Like, she would have had a much better defense if she killed him herself. I think she has a problem with the ex. Maybe child was going home and complaining. It's possible. Hey, Jeremy. Got around the Bachelorette is on. Oh, no, you didn't, Sherry. And not that black and white. Wonder if the gold was stolen or money turned to gold to conceal a theft. No, they got the gold right from the bank. Oh, no, they got the money from the bank. All right, I'm wrong. And that's another thing. Why are you paying a guy in gold? Like, non-traceable money? If the money's good, the money's good. Like, you could still make a deposit for $7,000. I don't know why the guy wanted it in gold either. The whole thing just seemed weird. Direct connection has been only, from what I found, only domestic violence on her end, not domestic violence on his end. But that could also be just what she got caught doing. Her badge went to her here and assumed she could talk her way out of it. That's true. Too many loopholes. I agree. Being cop, you'd think she would more likely get away with it. Yeah, I was actually, the biggest surprise that I found is that they won't give her bail. That I was surprised about. But, 12 years on the force, you think to yourself, how could she be so stupid? Like, to me, she's just dumb. Some cops think they're untouchable. Oh, absolutely. But I would think gold to be just as traceable as cash. Hey, Wendy. Best way to launder cash, go to a strip club. It's the best way to get rid of it. Drew Peterson. Yeah, that's true, too. I was going to say, but he wasn't a cop, but he is a cop. But that's the thing. At least he did it himself. You know what I mean? But that's a good start. I'm going to do some comparisons with that case. Because there's definitely some comparisons to it, especially the narcissistic attitude. She wanted her boyfriend's 15-year-old daughter killed because she was getting in the way. Okay. You go to strip clubs all the time. No, it is. The best way to launder money. To get rid of money, just go to strip clubs. One vid I watched said the judge said no bail because it leans too much to guilt or something like that. But that's another thing. You see these cops that don't get away with it. You see these, like, she could have killed him at her own house and said that she thought he was a murderer. She thought he was breaking in. She would have got away with it. Gotta keep clean being a cop. I don't know. She seems like a really dumb cop. Missed the beginning because I was making body butter. That sounds good. Oh, it was definitely jealousy. But I am cutting this soon. I knew this was going to be a short live. Only because I got a couple things I got to do. But I may come back on later. Janelle, something in that name has bad juju. What name? There was some kind of jealousy. So everyone's saying that she said that she wanted the boyfriend to... That, the kid was getting in the way. But I just don't see how a 14-year-old can get in the way. GP's a dirty cop. But at least he did it himself. He didn't try to hire somebody to do it. That's true too, SMS. I didn't think of that. I don't know. I just feel like that she would have been better off if she would have been better off if she did it another way. Thank you, BL. She just would have been better off if she did it another way. And I just think it was dumb the way she did it. I'm leaning towards money as a motivation. But why? But she shouldn't be paying his child support. That would be her. I mean, that would be him paying it. So there's still a lot I got to look into. I was doing a Patreon meeting last night, and this case like popped up in, like cases you should know kind of thing. So it popped up, and I was like, all right, I have to do this case just because it's, home. And then I found the court documents. I was like, all right, this is a lot to go through right now. And then I had to work all day and so on and so forth. So there's still more I'm covering on it. Also to give you guys an update, the Ethan Hauswatz case, Hauswatz, I can never say it right. They were originally supposed to go to trial in May. They're not going to the end of June. So look forward for that in June. Patrick Frazee, I believe, is going soon or should have been gone already. But I really haven't kept up with it. When you do illegal stuff for so long, most tend to get sloppy. That is true.
Did you go to the store yet?
No. No, it's only on this channel the comments work. They don't work on the other channel. I'm not leaving. I was saying goodnight to someone. I'm shutting down in a minute. Patrick goes Friday morning. Friday morning. Of course he goes Friday morning because I got to work. But he's only giving a plea, right? He's only saying if he's guilty or not guilty. It should be like a 5-minute thing. Hey, Alley Cat. It gets confusing. Yeah, he enters his plea. That'll be a 5-second thing. His trial's not going to start for a while. Taking it back, Laura shutting down. What about Vegas? I'm not going to Vegas. Mar, I did. I was working when I read it. I just haven't had a chance to write you back. But I am going to write you back. Better go somewhere tonight with the hair looking perfect. Don't waste it on us. Now, I got to go to the store. I may go to TJ Maxx. But by the time I get back, I'm sure it won't look like this. Because I'll be outside. But I do need to get a couple things. So, I am going to shut down. Like I said, I may be back later. You never know. I'm not sure which channel I'll be on, but I'm going to watch The Wife tonight and I'll give you guys an update on it. But if the case is getting better, I will definitely cover it more. It's just, so far I'm bored. Bored. A plea could take a while. I heard it could be like a 6-month case. You slay at doing eye makeup. Thank you, Amanda. Lots of practice. So, all right, guys. I will see you later. If not, I will see you tomorrow. And that's it. Peace, love, shrooms. No, so I'm sure I'll be on later. I'll probably be on the other channel. I'm sure some drama's going to pop up by the time I come back. So, have a good night, everyone. And if not, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.